it's you, I won't blame anybody. Anyway, if you just happen to be that kind of person, I really am sorry. Anyway, but that's the next conversation we're having. Lifestyle. Well, virtually everyone who has come here on this program has talked to us over and over again. Whenever we're talking about lifestyle, the first thing they talk about is health. Talk about lifestyle, talking about the food we eat. And a friend shared something with me in the course of the week, I think, this week or last week, that it was actually a short video that that stress could be a reason for belly fat. Stress, belly fat. And then the specialist went ahead and was talking about cortisol and all those things. I don't even know what all of that is. All I know is the English of it, but cortisol is some medical term. Anyway, Joel Uzamere is here with us again this morning. He's in the physical fitness space and wants to talk to us all about belly fat. Thank you for joining us this morning.
It's always a privilege being here. Thank you for having me.
You don't even have belly fat.
And I love this topic.
You are lucky Alera is not.
You are making my day this morning, you know?
Really? How?
Yeah. So, we have this societal perception that, how do you know a man has arrived? And I've had some personal experiences where there's a meeting, everybody there is a big shot, and you are the only one looking straight.
It's a big shot who has everything big.
Yeah. And so there's this idea that one of the ways you know that somebody's doing well in life is that, they have that picture that you showed first, that you showed first.
Why that emphasis on you?
Yeah, just so that nobody says I'm body shaming anybody. But seriously, as much as we're laughing about it, it's a great cause for concern, because even as fitness professionals, we have what we call indicators, or how we know, how we tell about someone's lifestyle or about their condition, their physical or health condition. And when we test submaximally, of course, when we do a fitness test submaximally to understand a client's body composition, one of the easy markers that we use to identify obesity, and when you hear obesity, you've heard of other lifestyle diseases. So the means someone is obese, around that obesity is hypertension,
So there is some other local government.
Yes, there's a government. Yeah, you're correct. It's attached. So one of the indicators is what we call the waist to hip ratio. And so when you just look at someone and the biggest muscle in the body, which is the glutes, which is what people have as what you normally call your bum, is bigger than your abdominals, which is not even in the league of massive muscles. And then you have that part of your body bigger than your glutes, then you know immediately that there's something wrong. And so when you do that calculation, maybe around your belly fat is 40, around your waist is 40. I'm just giving you an example. And you have a record, a number like 1. 1 means that the diameter around your belly and your glutes is the same. Because if you divide 40 by 40, for instance, you give you 1. The minute you have any number higher than 1, obesity is around. So that means that even if your stomach is not as big as some others, there's a problem. And some people have twice the amount of what they have in front, what they have in back. So it's a thing of big concern. And
first of all, how does that happen? How do you get that big in the tummy?
Okay, so
or maybe to put it together, how do you how do you get that point big in the front?
Yes,
as a man.
Okay, so you're talking as a man. Well, yeah,
I know what you're going to talk about.
Yeah. So there are 3 things essentially that, and you mentioned one which was great. The first thing is nutrition, what we are eating. The second thing is exercise. whether we are moving or not. The third thing is our lifestyle. And when I say lifestyle, I mean your stress level. How are you managing your stress? You know, those three things are really what causes it. If we want to go into the conversation itself, and we want to start with nutrition, the easy thing I'll say is food. If you have poor nutrition, where you are taking a lot of sugary things, and let me emphasize that alcohol has more sugar than all this, is this soft drinks they call it now? I think it was on air here that I explained how that there's more calories in even what we call malts, you know, compared to soda. You know, there's a way you feel, oh no, you know, I don't want sugar, just give me soda, and give me malt, and in your mind, you know, it's blood tonic. You know, that's how people think. Someone tell me that, you know, I mix milk with malt, just blood. What are you doing? What's that? You know, it's the same way people tell you things like, I don't want jelly, you know, give me alcohol. And in their mind, you know, they are free of sugar. Sometimes you even have this so-called, you know, let me not even go there. So people are just consuming sugar, and it has become a part of their life.
Even though sugar has sugar.
Yes, sugar is sugar. If you have a cube of sugar and you put plenty of water in it, as long as you drank the whole cup of water, it's still the same sugar you get. It doesn't matter. Dilution does not remove the content of sugar. So nutrition is one part. It's poor diets. We are taking a lot of soft drinks, a lot of sugar content. That's how we are living our lives. And before you know it, you get to that point where you have that kind of situation. You can move still in, because I talk about alcohol and all that. When also you don't eat foods that help your metabolism. So when you eat, for instance, food high in protein, okay, it helps your metabolism so that there's something called basal metabolic rate. That means the amount of calories that your body is using to even just stay alive. So if you take more protein will help to increase your metabolism. So you want to watch your diet. Is it all carbs and carbs and carbs? Of course, aside from the fact that carbs has, glycogen, which if you don't use will be stored as fat, as it were. But the point is not even stopping carbohydrate. The point is what you eat, all those sugary things that you are eating. So that's the first thing. Of course, the second one is people are not moving. People are not moving. Remember that we organize this thing everywhere where we call it the We Move Summit. You remember? Yeah. People are not moving. People sit for hours. They don't take the opportunity to move. And it's when you move that you can burn some of those calories, as you know. When you move also and you eat properly, it affects actually your stress level. You're talking about cortisol. Cortisol is actually an hormone in the body that studies have shown to be to affect increase in belly fat. So, and it's a result of stress. Too much of it comes from a result of stress. So those are those three things that causes belly fat.
In the name of exercising,
yeah,
Joel, I walk around from time to time.
Fantastic.
And on a number of occasions, I'll come to women, but I don't want to be guilty of body shaming or whatever.
Yeah, well, which is good.
But I actually see some people that I really feel sorry because the bulge is quite significant.
Yeah.
Literally struggling to get it down.
Yeah.
Now, so there are people who may be running the same risks right now. I'm speaking about men first.
Yeah.
I know that there are some predispositions that women have, that create that condition for them. So, in terms of, you talked about moving.
Yeah.
Tell us about situations. I know that many people, once they get into the office, they get carried away working, as in literally get carried away working, that they forget to move. How can we help people to move when the rate of forgetting is high?
Okay. Thank you. That's a very good question. And I do appreciate the empathy to which you are discussing this, because that's quite important, that we are a bit empathetic to situations like this. Now, one of the difficulties is that when you get to that situation where you have a very big belly waist, it becomes difficult in a sense to get rid of. And so you see people who are that busy, maybe they try to work out twice a week around their estate, and they're just trying to do what they can. And of course, before you know it, some kind of demotivation sets in, because nothing is reducing, the thing is the same. So let me just say this. First of all, I'll start by saying that sit-ups will not fix that kind of thing. I just want to talk about what people tend to think that they are doing. Sit-ups will not fix it. So don't concentrate on trying to wake up in the morning, lying down in bed and doing sit-ups. Don't do that. What will happen to you if you have such belly line is that you will actually develop another problem, which is lower back pain. So don't do that. Now, this is what you ought to do. The first thing is, now this is the context of you talking to a nutritionist and a fitness professional, yeah? But this is what you should do. You should exercise in such a way that you are burning calories every time you exercise. You are burning sufficient calories every time you exercise. That's number one. Number two, you should eat in such a way, yeah, that you are not adding too much calories to the body. Now, one of the disadvantages or the problem with belly fat, unlike muscle atrophy, is that you cannot target fat. You can't say, I have fat in my stomach, so therefore, if I do sit-ups, planks, and a set of exercises, I will target the fat in my stomach. You can't do that. In principles of training, we have what we call specificity. That means the ability to maybe to target a particular muscle in the body or a joint. You can't do that with fats. Fat sits where you want to sit genetically. That's why you see some people, they are big on the upper, some people are big on the lower. Nobody tells the fat where to go and sit. It's not a conscious thing. It's genetics. It's to go and sit where it desires.
It's a colonizer.
It's colonial government. Now, so because of that, that's what I'm talking about sit-ups. It's not sit-ups that will target that fat. It's general body exercise. So what you want to do is this: increase your metabolism. Increase how much of calories your body is burning daily. Reduce alcohol or remove it completely, okay? So you have to be able to calculate calorie in, calorie out. If you do that for a specific amount of time, 2 to 3 months, because the first month will just be preparatory. By the time you do that for 3 months, you will see significant difference, because it's calories in, calories out.
Now, how about people who say, men and women, I don't have enough time to exercise as much as but I hear there is this concoction. Lemon, mix lemon with ginger, with this one. And there are plenty on Instagram that if you just take this, you target it, before you know what is happening, it will
purge your life.
It will just go and you just eat everything up.
Yeah. I'm looking for a nice way to respond to that. I'm looking for a really nice way. I'm on air. If I was not on air, I would respond differently. But let me say this. It's just focus. It's a lie. The human body doesn't do anything. Anything that your human body does and is fast and sharp, it's coming back for you. Because it's not built that way to just drink something and all of a sudden what you used 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to build, you crush it in one day and your body will be like, I'm good. No, it's not possible. Those are just people lying to you to collect your money. And we have all kinds of things that people lie to people about, and to collect people's money, so it's okay. But don't fall into that kind of thing. Some people tell you that they will purge and purge and purge. They will use the toilet. My belly fat looks, it looks like it has gone, it has shrinked. Yeah, it has, because you just, emptied yourself in the toilet. But that's not weight loss. Let me say a bit about the science. I've spoken about it here before. If you don't exercise to what we call a weight loss threshold, you will not burn fat. I will keep advocating it. You don't just go into a gym and say somebody is there, or you get a trainer and say, come and train me. You must ask, are you qualified? Are you certified? The reason is a qualified trainer knows at what intensity you will lose weight. For instance, sir, as you are here, there's a training you can do where you start to lose weight. And there's a training that you can do that will just simply keep your weight but make you fit. And let me shock you. If you want to lose weight, the higher the intensity does not mean the higher the weight loss. No.
Oh.
So, for instance, let me just give you as an example. If I'm doing 80% of my heart rate, we call it the maximum heart rate, that training zone will not help me burn fat. Yes, exactly. So, it's because of what we call energy systems, the way the body is. For you to get to what we call lipolytic energy, or the energy system that uses fats, let me reduce all the grammar. You need to have a lower intensity. So it's actually about 50 to 65% of your heart rate, so that you can go for a longer duration. That threshold is the weight loss threshold. So that you go to the gym and you do everything in the gym that other people are doing does not mean that you are training as you should. That's as an example. Number two, some people, all they do is walk. They are walking, they are jogging, and they want to lose fat. Now, that is not the most efficient way to do it. I always tell this story. There are 3 ways you can get to Abuja. You can fly, you can walk, and you can drive. One is more efficient. Okay? Now, walking will essentially kill you in the middle of the road.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It won't kill you. If you take enough rest in the road, you'll eventually get
so
to
most people, when they do cardio alone to lose weight, it's like walking to Abuja or to London. It's tough. It's almost impossible. Now, the way to lose fat is by doing strength training. Strength training is exercises where you lift weights up in 2 ways. You lift it till you cannot, continue to carry it, or you lift it in such a way that when you carry it once, you cannot carry it again. So that's strength training and endurance training. Now, the reason why that is important, sir, is that when you train, that one also has a spectrum that you must train in, or else you'll be either building muscle, you are trying to lose fat, you have belly fat, muscle is here, you're looking weird. That also has its numbers that the exercise professional will compute for you and give to you.
Okay, my apologies. Okay,
go ahead. So I just wanted to wrap up by saying that using those 2 tools where you are exercising efficiently, and as I said before, eating, you will see that you will begin to actually lose weight. Drinking one concoction will just cause more trouble for you. So it's to properly do what you have to do.
Okay, now so nutrition plays a major role.
As in,
and exercising, movement,
yes,
plays a major role as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, by the way, someone is asking, what's belly fat got to do with blood pressure?
What's belly fat got to do with blood pressure?
Well, you're not a medical practitioner, but...
Yeah, so I'm not going to answer like a medical practitioner, not in any way, but I'll say something. Belly fat, we have what we call visceral fat. If you've heard of visceral fat is like saying belly fat. And when you have belly fat, it's an indicator that you might have a lifestyle disease, such as, what did they call
the blood pressure.
Blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's an indicator. So most people who are obese have that condition. So that's what it's got to do with it.
Okay.
Because essentially, it is too much fat in your blood vessels. I can explain how the blood vessel, what is blood pressure in that sense, so people will understand. Let me use 2 examples. If you have a hose that you run oil through, and you have a hose that you run water through, when you run that oil for 1 day, at the end of the day, if you put the 2 hoses in front of you, one hose will become smaller in diameter, while the other one will be the same, right? So it means that since you have reduced the pressure in the hose, the pressure of whatever is going through it will be increased.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand? It's a simple thing.
Blood
yeah,
pressure.
so in a sense, that is a simple way to understand.
Okay.
So if you have fat around that vessel, you are definitely going to...
We have 1 minute, Mr. Ozamere. So I'm just going to ask, because this is nowhere near over. In fact, it's not even started.
Actually,
all about belly fat.
Yeah, we need to trash it. Yeah.
We have. So this has to be serialized, so to speak.
Yeah.
Some people are wondering, hey, you have not talked about my matter. I can't. You know. But quickly, if we can do this in a minute.
Okay.
What are the things that people can do this week
to do that?
To begin the process of targeting belly fat?
Food. Reduce your sugar. Reduce your sugar. Reduce your sugar. Alcohol has sugar. Reduce it completely. Take it away.
Soft drinks have sugar.
Yes, they have sugar. Sodas, beer. Take it away. You want to socialize? Ask for water. If you want to save your life.
That's not enjoyment now.
You want to enjoy for 20 years and then die? I don't understand. What is the meaning of enjoyment? What does that mean? Is enjoyment not living long and living? You know, you can be alive, but you are not living. You know, when there's pipe pass through all your body and your family member is coming to wash things that you should be able to wash yourself.
Oh, well.
So let's not even go there. So take away those things, then ensure that you are exercising. Look for a fitness professional, ask for help, and this week, move more. Finally, sleep well, because that's also a major reason why people actually have stress. Ensure that you are sleeping well at least 7 to 9 hours. Those 3 things is what I'll say.
Okay. Well, some people are probably in their heads asking for how they get it. Joel Uzamere is his name. You can Google his name. You'll find out the details.
Yeah, actually.
Thank you so much for being here again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And for spoiling our day as usual.
No.
So we'll return. I understand that he is talking about food as medicine. There is another medicine. They say that one is laughter. I don't know how much of that I can give you right now, but you get a dose or two when we return from this break.